All right, well, the Bharatiya Janata Party is set to unveil its manifesto. We're getting live shots of the Sankalp Patra for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. This is the party headquarters, and this is going to happen in the presence of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Modi is going to be there. The manifesto is expected to focus on welfare and development schemes, along with outlining a roadmap for Viksit Bharat, which is, of course, developed India. It will emphasize its commitment to the welfare of the poor, the youth, women, and farmers, and the BJP is likely to address issues pertinent to these demographics. The unveiling of the manifesto will coincide with the birth anniversary of Dalit leader Mr. B.R. Ambedkar, and it will be attended by Prime Minister Modi, like I said, and other senior leaders. As we can see, Home Minister Amit Shah also joining in. Madhu Sharma, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Madhu, I hope you can hear me. Madhu? All right, let me in fact rope in Mr. Himanshu Bhatt, political analyst, into this conversation as well. Mr. Bhatt, just the fact that the Prime Minister and the Home Minister are going to be a part of this Sankalp Patra initiative and its announcement goes on to tell you the gravitas with which the BJP takes its promises.
Yes. And you know, the day is also very important. Apart from Prime Minister and Home Minister being present when the Sankalp Patra is released, it wants to show the world, it wants to show the Bharat, it wants to show its voters that we are with it and we mean business. And what we say, we do it and we deliver it. Because this is going to be the first Sankalp Patra for the roadmap to Viksit Bharat. And the day is very important in it. See, this is a Dalit leader, Babasaheb Ambedkar. And he is considered as one of the chief architect of Indian Constitution. The message is very clear here. On this particular day, when they are releasing the Sankalp Patra, the message is very clear that people have been talking, opposition has been talking, that if you give them 400 seats, they will change the constitution, this, that and all. But then, in constitution itself, Babasaheb Ambedkar has very clearly said that, you need to make those changes. And those changes are coming. That's what I feel, And the day chosen today, why not yesterday? Why not tomorrow? Only today. The day is also very significant as far as people are concerned. And so, I see nothing wrong, or I see nothing. I have no surprises that Prime Minister himself is present, Narendra Bhai is present, Amit Bhai is present, and the manifesto is getting released. So it will draw worldwide relation, because so many powers across the world are waiting for the Indian elections.
So do you also think that this has been, the highlight, the prowess or the quality of the BJP to tie in agendas, with special people and moments? And that's exactly what has reaped benefits.
You will be surprised, Vinith. As far as I know, I can tell you that the Prime Minister is very, very particular about the dates on which he wants to do what. And this is one of them. There are days chosen. And for the roadmap, what should happen when? They plan about 25 years ahead. And that's why he talks of 2047. He doesn't talk of 2029. 2029 is going to happen. But 2047, we should be the developed economy. And to do that, we have to be third by this time. Now, that's the way they look at it. And they meticulously plan. That is their organizational strength. And that is what BJP thrives on. Pushing the right card, the right message at the right time. Because it has importance in a huge country like Bharat. And that is what is happening with it.
Manohar Kesri, my colleague, is also joining in at this point in time. Manohar, बड़ा दिन है आज संकल्प पत्र के माध्यम से, और साथ ही साथ मैं देख पा रहा हूं कि आप इस घोषणा कार्यक्रम के हॉल के अंदर ही हैं। क्या माहौल है, क्या प्राथमिकता है आज और क्या अपेक्षा की जा सकती है इस संकल्प पत्र द्वारा?
देखिए, बिल्कुल मैं इसी हॉल में मौजूद हूँ जहाँ इस पे बात करना था और मैंने
मनोहर, आपकी आवाज़ में थोड़ी दिक्कत, शायद अगर आप जगह बदलें तो नेटवर्क साफ हो जाए। आई एम गोना गो बैक टू मिस्टर हिमांशु भट्ट एज वेल. Mr. Bhatt, let's also, do you think there were any gaps in what was promised in 2014 and 19? And the BJP can perhaps look into those at this point in time. When you talk of Viksit Bharat, the Prime Minister had a target of, doubling India's GDP, taking it to 5 trillion at least by 2028. Do you think that's on course with the kind of development that we have seen, with the kind of appreciation that's pouring in, and with the kind of responses that the Bharatiya Janata Party has seen on ground electorally?
I'll tell you, Vinit, one thing. See, when the first term was there, 2014, and then 2019 came, many were not ready to buy this idea totally. Because Narendra Bhai himself had said somewhere in 2017-18, it took me few years to settle down in Delhi. So what he meant by that was, हमें सेट होने में, हमें सब जानने में वक्त लग गया. So he was trying to assess actually where we are. And as you know, we were 1.8 trillion. We have doubled that in 10 years' time. So that means from 19 onwards, the train has picked up the speed, despite a heavy blockage like COVID. In fact, COVID served as a blessing in disguise for us, because that, taught us to be Atmanirbhar. When people were talking, there were people, I'll give you that simple example. When COVID outbreak took place, some people were shouting their lungs out to get that Pfizer vaccine. And you know what we did? Eventually, we were able to overcome that and supply COVID vaccine to more than 100 countries. And we delivered 200 crores vaccine dose to our own countrymen. Now that is the type of resilience which was expected of Bharat. And we had not seen this type of resilience in 70 years. And that, gave them a better confidence that electorally also, if we do the right thing, if we do the right thing, small little ways, it will go. Why is it that people did not buy Congress's promise of paying 72,000 and bought a promise of Narendra Modi of buying 6,000, getting 6,000 rupees for farmers or for women for that matter? And that's why when it came back to caste census, we were very clear. BJP was very clear. And Narendra Bhai defined the agenda. He defined the agenda, divided Bharat into 4 different castes by saying youth and Nari and Garib and Kisan. And a Kisan had already bought his 6,000 rupees because he believed in it. So that way, if you see, the progression which has been going on is not going to stop. And that's what gave them electoral confidence. And on ground, you have to understand that you have to get that to believe it. For a common man, it's always important that what his leader told him or what the leader he voted for told him this, and that has happened. And that happened in the lifetime. In 2019, we saw this abrogation.
All right. Rakesh, my colleague, is also joining us this morning to talk more about this. Rakesh, संकल्प पत्र और मैनिफेस्टो की घोषणा, क्या लगता है आपको? क्या अपेक्षा की जा सकती है? किन वादों पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी खरी उतरी है और किन वादों पर आपको लगता है अभी भी कार्य करने की ज़रूरत है?
देखिए, बीजेपी जो है अब से कुछ देर में संकल्प पत्र जारी करने जा रही है और ये संकल्प पत्र की थीम लाइन है, मोदी की गारंटी है 2047 में विकसित भारत बनाने के लिए। बीजेपी हर पल देश के लिए 24x7 फॉर 2047 ये थीम है। और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि बीजेपी के संकल्प पत्र में ज्ञान यानी गरीब, युवा, अन्नदाता, किसान और नारी शक्ति, महिलाएं पर फोकस रह सकता है। और आपको बता दें कि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी इन 4 वर्गों की 4 जातियां कहते रहे हैं। भाजपा अपने संकल्प पत्र में इन 4 वर्गों के विकास और सशक्तिकरण के लिए रोडमैप पेश कर सकती है। ये तो सबकी निगाहें इस बात पर टिकी हुई है, जैसा कि आप तस्वीर में साफ तौर पे देख रहे हैं। गृह मंत्री अमित शाह, बीजेपी अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा जो है पार्टी हेडक्वार्टर पहुंच चुके हैं और कुछ ही देर बाद जो है प्रधानमंत्री अभी संसद भवन में हैं। वहां पर अंबेडकर की मूर्ति पर माल्यार्पण हो रहा है। उसके बाद प्रधानमंत्री सीधे जो है बीजेपी हेडक्वार्टर पहुंचेंगे। तो सबकी निगाहें इस बात पर टिकी हुई है कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने 2047 तक भारत को एक विकसित देश बनाने का लक्ष्य रखा है और वह भारत को दुनिया के शीर्ष 3 अर्थव्यवस्थाओं में शामिल करने का संकल्प भी ले चुके हैं। और बीजेपी अपने घोषणा पत्र में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के संकल्पों को पूरा करने का रोडमैप जो है पेश कर सकती है। जी विनीत।
जी राकेश, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। All right, those are live visuals coming in from the BJP headquarters. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh there. Of course, everyone from the Bharatiya Janata Party is expected to be there. BJP President JP Nadda, flanked by Home Minister and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, going into that particular area where the Sankalp Patra, the manifesto, is going to be spoken about and released. It's a very important day. It's also B.R. Ambedkar's birth anniversary. And Himanshu Bhatt, political analyst, also with us on the broadcast. The Prime Minister is also expected to speak and weigh in on what the BJP has done and provided Mr. Bhatt in the last 10 years. And like I said earlier on as well, the idea is to perhaps dig deeper into the roots of the promises that were made. The idea is also going to be to not be fallacious or too touchy about what the Bharatiya Janata Party has not been able to deliver.
You asked a pertinent question, I would say. But then, let me tell you, in the answer of that question, let me tell you one thing. There was a time, for first 70 years, when there was Congress that was setting the agenda and narrative. And opposition used to follow them. Either bash that or give out a different agenda. Now here, in 2024, the rules of engagement has changed. It's the BJP which sets the narrative. And that's why when Narendra Bhai Modi says that, in 2047 we are going to be Viksit Rashtra, it becomes a responsibility of the responsible opposition, if they are responsible enough, to give a better roadmap to make Bharat a Viksit Rashtra by which year? If not 2047, when? See, that is the moot question. And that is where the whole narrative is flipped these days. In last 10 years, what we are seeing is the reforms, one after another, are taking place. The set agenda of BJP, one after another, the party is taking it in a government and getting it done. NRC will come in the third term. I remember Narendra Bhai's one speech when he said, he told all his sitting ministers before this house was adjourned, he said all his ministers, give me 100 days blueprint. What all we can do in the next 100 days after 4th June. Now that is being done. When a man does that, think that, and a party follows it up systematically, the end result, what we see is seen. Because here, And a principal opposition party has come out with a manifesto which says they will not tolerate majoritarianism. They have not said we are with minority, but they have flipped it around and said the same thing. Now BJP principally has come on the vote of majority of this nation. And so what they will come up with, they will say sabka saath, sabka vikas. The fruits of economic development. And that is what matters in a common man's mind. The fruits of development needs to reach each and every section, each and every caste, community, creed, whatever you say.
All right. Well,
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.